This is episode 4 of Rugby in the Majors, and this week I have the privilege of interviewing SA Rugby referee Ben Crouse, who will be officiating in Major League Rugby for the next month and a half. But first, let's take a look back at week 3 of MLR.
An average scoreline of 39-31, a positive points differential of 24, 3 out of 3 wins, and a full house of 15 points at the top of the standings. That sums up Nola Gold's stellar start to the 2019 Major League Rugby schedule. Nola's undefeated season continued on Sunday when they scored another bucket load of points in a 41-31 victory over the Seattle Seawolves. The Louisiana club used an offensive explosion to defeat the defending champs and remain one of 3 unbeaten sides left in the competition, alongside New York, who they host on Saturday, and Utah. Rugby United and the Warriors, however, have only played 1 match apiece. A late try gave the Toronto Arrows their first ever victory in MLR when they downed Austin Elite 23-19 in Texas. Trailing 19-18, Captain Dan Moore recovered his charge down in the try zone to decide the encounter and hand Elite their 3rd consecutive loss. Avery Oiterman and Colby Francis added 5 pointers for the visitors, while Austin's only try was scored by Marcello Torrealba. The San Diego Legion needed all 80 minutes against the Sabercats to make it 2 out of 3. Houston managed to hold the lead at Torero Stadium until the dying moments, but the defiant Legion eventually cracked the Sabercats' stout defense, resulting in a 17-13 victory for the hosts. Legion's 2 try scorers were Kenny Nasokeke and Nate Ausberger, while South African Joe Peterson kicked 3 out of 3. Houston's 1 try came courtesy of Hosea Vithi, while points machine Sam Windsor also kicked 3 out of 3. It's time for the round 3 team of the week. At loosehead prop, Jamie Diva of the Sabercats, hooker Matt Harmon of Nola Gold, tighthead prop Morgan Mitchell of the Toronto Arrows, the locks Lou Stanfill of San Diego and Apisai Nakatini of Seattle. His teammate Eric Dukel takes the blindside flanker position, while on the open side, Zach Stifler of New Orleans. At number 8, another Seawolf, Rickert Hutting. Scrum half Marcello Torrealba of Austin, fly half Joe Peterson of San Diego. Vithi is on the left wing for the Sabercats, while we have the Toronto Arrows pairing of Spencer Jones and Dan Moore in the centres. Tristan Blewett makes a 2nd appearance on the right wing for Nola Gold, and at fullback, JP Elof also takes the Player of the Week honours. In Saturday's only match, Nola Gold will be aiming to maintain their rampant red-hot start against the visiting men from the Big Apple. Kickoff is 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 Central. The first game on Sunday sees the Legion welcome the Warriors, while the Sabercats enjoy a week off. That game starts at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 Pacific. In a bottom-of-the-table clash, Austin entertained the Glendale Raptors, with both sides seeking a first victory from 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central. And finally at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, Seattle will look to get back in the win column when they host the Team of the Week, Toronto Arrows.
And we're here at Soaring Eagle Spur at our Tambo International. I'm with Ben Crouse, who fortunately enough is flying to the United States in the next couple of hours to spend 6 weeks in America refereeing Major League Rugby. Ben, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
Now, I just need to give you a bit of background here. I saw an email from Saru a few weeks ago saying that you would be involved, and I thought, well, considering my show, Rugby in the Majors, I have to get hold of you somehow. So I found you on Facebook, I friended you, so thank you for accepting my friend request.
No, only a pleasure. That's good stalking, but thanks for having me. It's nice being on the show.
So, take us through the process of you being invited to referee Major League Rugby.
Basically started the relationship. I met Richard Every, which is the referee manager from MLR, and also the USA Rugby Referees Society. So I met him with the Sevens. I've been doing the Sevens for a couple of years in Vegas. He's also ex-South African rugby referee, so we just basically stayed in touch. And I think it was last year he asked me, listen, if something opens up, would I be interested? And the current where I'm currently at with my refereeing in South Africa, I thought this will be a massive opportunity for me. It is a massive growing rugby market as well, and I said, yeah, sign me up whenever you're available. So late last year the email came through and said, listen, you still up for it? I replied, and then the whole process started through SA Rugby and USA Rugby that started, and well, yeah, I am off to the States.
So take us through your next week, the flights you're going to take and the games you're involved with this weekend.
Yeah, so I'm going to be based in Salt Lake City. So from here on, I just took my first flight from Bloemfontein. So I'm staying in the Free State, and off to the United States. So basically, I flew in our flight from here on. Then I'm heading off to JFK, New York, and then from there on to Salt Lake City. I'll be in Salt Lake City, just settling in, packing my bags out, and then from there on. Friday morning I'll be flying down to New Orleans, so that's from West Coast back to the East Coast, and then Sunday morning back to Seattle, where I'll be doing my second feature for the weekend. So first one I'm just running touch, see how things go, what Major League is all about, except for just following on your page and on what they put out in social media, and that's how my weekends will be for the next couple of weeks. So we're very excited. It's going to be extensive amount of traveling, but very much looking forward to every we're getting here.
And what are some of the other cities you'll be visiting? And I know you also mentioned you're going to go watch some of the Las Vegas Sevens.
Yeah, so with my background in Sevens, still got a lot of mates who's either playing or still refereeing. So very excited. It actually worked out that way, that weekend with the Sevens being on. I'm only on duty on the Saturday, so Sunday morning we'll be flying into Vegas and go visit some of my mates, Richard Kelly and some of the New Zealand refs, and spending some time with them. It's been some of my brothers for the last couple of years on the Sevens, so looking forward to see them as well. Got a whole lot of friends in Texas, Houston, all over the US. Friends you make through sports, so very excited for that. Even got myself lined up a round of golf or two with one of the pros who I know for many years. So very excited for that as well. Yeah.
Now a quick little test. How many of the 9 teams can you name?
Okay, let's see. Let's start with, we're going to start Seattle, New York, or the NOLA, let's say NOLA, New Orleans, Seattle, Houston, Toronto, Denver or the Utah. Yeah, I think that's about it for now.
San Diego,
of course.
The San Diego Legion.
Yeah.
Glendale Raptors.
Yeah, the Raptors. Yeah, I'm
who
actually
are
going to
based
spend some time there
in Rugby Town, USA. That's what they call themselves.
No, I couldn't have missed that one. That's the big one. Yeah, I saw the women's Sevens being played there last year. So very excited. It seems like that's the base of USA Rugby, if I follow correctly on all the different social media platforms. So I reckon that's going to be awesome. I think it was in Seattle. They mentioned to me was sold out before the season started as well. So very excited for a couple of those stops. Yeah, can't miss that one. Of course, yes.
And then of course the 2 Texas teams, Austin and Houston.
Of
course, former Springbok loose forward Pedri Vandenberg is the forwards coach at Austin, and then Namibia International and Bulls prop Kies Lensing.
Yeah.
So you'll come into contact with a lot of South Africans while you're there.
Yeah, no, I've heard so. I've also made some contact, especially with one of the Austin guys and then the Houston guys as well. So yeah, a lot of South Africans that saw me coming over there and said looking forward to having me and having a beer or I don't know if it's American brandy or so, but let's see what happens. But very excited. Yeah, I think there's a big contingent of South Africans there, and yeah, exciting times.
Well, that's it from OR Tambo International. Thanks again to Ben, and all the best in the USA. I need to catch my train back in the next few minutes, but before I go, remember to subscribe and follow our social media pages. Cheers until next week, and enjoy rugby in the majors.